We're now joined in studio by another lawyer and member of parliament for Binduri and a member of the Defense and Interior Committee, Isifu Mahmood, to share insights on three key issues: the developments surrounding Shatta Wale's case with Yoko, security preparations ahead of the Akwatia by-election, and the ongoing conversations about the acquisition of a new presidential jet. Thank you for joining us on the Channel One newsroom.
Thank you very much for bringing me on board.
All right. Let me begin with your initial thoughts on the release of Shatta Wale from Yoko custody. Do you think the time has come for Parliament to push for stricter laws to curb the importation and circulation of high-value vehicles with questionable ownership?
Yes, thank you once again. I think in this country, we have too many laws. And so when this matter came up, it is not the issue of we not having laws or someone able to identify any lacuna in the law that has led to the issue that we have at stake. But we have all the necessary laws, and not just on the entertainment industry or Shatta Wale per se, but it is something that Ghanaians, we don't really pay attention to our laws, or either that the law enforcement agencies are not really doing their best to ensure that our law is really what paid to. And so that is how come we are recording some of these incidences in the past now, and we will still record more. So I think we have enough laws, but just that it's either that we as citizens are not paying attention to the law, making sure that we follow what the law directs us to do, and the law enforcement agencies are also not doing their best when it comes to enforcement. And it's not the matter of Parliament always coming in to enact laws when we already have enough laws to curb some of these things. That is how I see it.
Right. And about the Shatta Wale and Yoko custody, your impressions about that?
Yes, so far I think I'm impressed. Let's thank, what do you call it, Yoko, for the good work they've done, because the issue of Shatta Wale and then his Lamborghini car first popped up, I think, about a month or so ago. Yeah. We heard how it started. I think initially they did not intend to arrest him and take him through what we've just witnessed. But maybe due to Shatta Wale's own show-off and other things, that landed him into his detention and subsequent release from custody. And so one good thing, even despite all that, we were told that initially the bail sum was 10 million Ghana cedis. And so it appears he and his lawyers or his sureties couldn't meet that demand. And so they were magnanimous enough and then reviewed it to what do you call 5 million, and that is how come he was able to meet the bail condition and subsequently come. So kudos to Yoko for at least considering that, yes, he's what do you call a celebrity, and so he has fans there, and then we all like him. But anyway, that is how it should be.
Let's turn our attention to the Akwatia by-elections. Now, you're a member of the Defense Committee. What specific security arrangements has the committee been briefed on to prevent violence during the polls? Yes,
when it comes to the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament that I belongs to, yes, we recorded, what do you call it, an immediate pass, so-called by-election or some 19 polling station rerun. And we saw what happened there. So when it happened like that, the committee did not just fold its arms and then watch on or allow it to pass. The committee invited the Interior and then the Defense ministers in Parliament to brief us about what we saw there, because we weren't happy as a committee who oversees that ministries. And so they came and then briefed us. And so we also made so many recommendations and demanded that going forward, definitely we will have elections, and we don't expect to see what the nasty incident that we recorded at Ablekumanov. And so they assured us that they were going to ensure that all those who were found culpable in the Ablekuma rerun will be brought to book. And so going forward they will ensure that they will put all the necessary measures in place so that we will not record what we happened at Ablekumanov. And so it did not come as a surprise to me when the IGP made us know that they've, put together some 600 policemen to ensure that there is enough security during that day. And not that they have just put together 600 policemen, that they have gone ahead to make sure that they are given additional training.
Right.
Because the policemen, this is not the first time. We guess what came out from election 2024, the Abdulkumanov one that I spoke of, and so we are going into another one, guess a constituency, but the police, the IGP did not get see it that, yes, this is one constituency, but saw the need to ensure that, yes, his men are given the necessary training using the Abdulkumanov as an example to ensure that, yes, we will have a peaceful election there. So I am quite confident that we know the IGP, he is not yet, he has been part of the police system, he has risen through the ranks, being operations commander, made the deputy IGP and a whole lot. We know the key roles he played, what's the name, Asinov and the likes.
Right.
So he has been in the system, and so yes, his assurance is something that I, per se, or as a member of the Defense Committee, is quite confident that yes, we may not record any nasty incident going to Akwatia by-election.
So we can guarantee the safety of both voters and party agents.
That is so. I am quite confident in that.
All right.
Yes. And let me tell you, maybe you might not know this. I was a member of the police service. It was politics that I resigned.
Oh.
And so I'm quite confident in the Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
And so I believe they will give us a better outcome.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's turn our attention to the new presidential jet. What is the committee's position on the government's intention to purchase a new one?
Yes, the committee position when it comes to the presidential jet has been unanimous.
Okay.
When it comes to the we on the the government side, and then the minority side led by the ranking member per se. Yes, and then we are even fortunate that we have the former Deputy Minister of Defense in that committee. They have been complaining, and sometimes, even though the Defense Minister himself is not a committee member, but there are times that he also visits the committee as a friend to the committee. And so the military has been complaining. Our late Defense Minister has also been complaining about how the time has come that we should change the military jet because the cost of servicing it or the dangers associated with its usage has come to a time that we have no any other option than to possibly, and it's not just the military jet alone. I can say that per the briefing that we get from the defense or the military, most of the planes, and for that matter, the equipment, the vehicles that they use are either outmoded or they need more to, to boost what they already have. So it's not just the presidential jet per se, but most of the helicopters that the military uses, if you know much about it, it's a sad story for this country.
Right. Has any formal presentation or proposal or any budgetary allocation been presented to your committee?
Yes, we don't have a special budget for that.
Okay.
But comparing the main budget that was, presented by the Honorable Minister of Finance and then that of the media budget, I think all those things were, there was enough budget allocation that were made to the Ministry of Defense. But as to specifics that use this to acquire military jet, I think that was not what was, there was no that specific allocations, but yet I can confidently say there has been enough, or there has been some quite good allocations that have been made to that ministry. But as to whether it is enough to go for presidential jet, that is another thing.
All right. Honorable Isifu Mahmood, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.